So you want to learn how to play Luna Snow. Well, today we are going to break down everything you need to know when it comes down to using Luna Snow in Marvel Rivals. First, I need to know, who are your top 3 strategists in Marvel Rivals right now? I have right now on my list, I got Luna Snow at my 1, I got Loki at the 2, and then maybe even Invisible Woman at my 3, just for the moment, okay? But if you would do anything different, let me know your very own top 3 tier list for your strategists down below in the comment section. But enough of me yapping, let's break down this kit. First, we have Luna Snow's normal / primary attack, which is called Light and Dark Ice. This attack, of course, causes damage to enemies while also healing your teammates. To break this down even further, this primary attack does 20 damage or 20 healing per projectile, which means that this attack can dish out about around 60 damage per burst. Let's now transition to one of the best abilities held by any strategist in Marvel Rivals, and that's going to be Luna Snow's Share the Stage ability. This ability heals a teammate that it's placed on while you're healing a completely different teammate at the same time. The teammate that this ability is placed on receives 35% of the total healing that you're giving a complete different teammate. It's easy to say that this ability is easily one of my favorite abilities on Luna because it's super valuable, but only if you place this ability on the right teammate. The best teammates to use this ability on could change from match to match, but the cool thing is that you can use this ability in one of 3 different ways. Typically, I like to use this ability on either someone who needs the most healing, like a tank. Another way to use this ability is to equip it on a fellow strategist, especially if you know that the enemy team has backline divers like a Spider-Man or maybe even a Black Panther. And then finally, you can use this ability on a teammate that you just know you will not be seeing too much of in your match. This can be a Spider-Man, a Venom, a Black Panther, or this can just be someone who you know is going to be constantly flying in the air like a Human Torch or a Storm, an Iron Man. There's just so much value here. So now the next ability that we have is going to be Ice Arts, and this ability is simply one of the best ways of dishing out insane amounts of healing very quickly. One thing I have to throw out there is that when using this ability, it should be used more so as a super efficient way of healing your teammates quickly rather than used for damage purposes. Now, the Ice Arts ability does in fact boost both Luna's healing and damage outputs, but these values are far from equal. When this ability is activated, Luna's healing goes from 20 per round fired to 75, while on the other hand, her damage goes from 20 to 50 per round fired. This shows that this ability is insanely useful, but you do seem to get a little bit more value out of it when most of your focus is centered around healing your teammates. The one thing that I must stress to you is that this ability should only be used for certain situations. The Ice Arts ability is 100 times better when it's activated near a crowd or maybe even an intense team battle, because you can heal multiple teammates while also dealing significant amounts of damage to all the enemies that are just in your path. Now, in my opinion, the best situations to use the Ice Arts ability is when you see multiple teammates in either critical condition or when there's more than just a couple teammates directly in front of you that could use a little healing. Now, as long as you remember that there is way more value received in this ability when it comes to healing, then it would be very ideal to worry about healing your teammates first and then switching your mindset back to dealing damage afterwards. So now it's time to draw your attention to one of the most strategic abilities in Luna Snow's kit. This ability is the Absolute Zero Freeze ability. This is by far one of the most useful abilities, especially when it comes to stopping enemy team divers. This ability is super clutch and should be used very similarly to a Mantis sleep ability, but I must warn you, it is actually a bit more difficult to land these shots. You really want to hold on to this ability for as long as possible just because you want to save this ability for those pesky enemy divers like Spider-Man, Black Panther, you name it. Now the cool thing is that even if the enemy team doesn't even have a diver like a Spider-Man or Black Panther, then it would be very wise to still save this ability but use it on enemy tanks. When you do this, this can actually help your team take advantage of a very favorable situation to quickly eliminate the enemy team's tank. But now we are here. We are finally here. We made it. It is now time for the main event. We all know and love this last ability because this is the main reason why people choose to play Luna Snow in the first place. So hold on. I know you all didn't think we were going to break down these abilities without even mentioning the insane amount of value that a team can get from a well-timed Luna Snow ultimate. The ultimate is called Fate of Both Worlds. Now, this ultimate is by far one of the best in the game right now, but a lot of people are currently using it wrong. When it comes to Luna's ultimate, your team receives the most benefit when Luna prioritizes the damage boost more than the actual healing ability, but let's explain why. For starters, this ultimate lasts for about 12 seconds, and when you toggle to your health to heal allies, your ultimate heals at about 250 HP per second. But that's not the crazy part. Now, the crazy part is the ultimate becomes super scary when Luna toggles to the boost her allies damage, because Luna can boost her teammates damage output by 40%. And this is actually completely game changing. So ideally, you want to have your damage boost activated more than you want to have your team healing ability. But of course, this all changes if you see that your teammates around you are getting kind of low on health. This ultimate will allow your teammates to easily finish those must-win team fights on either an objective or maybe even around a payload. But of course, with all of this being said, I do believe that this is pretty much all you really need to know when using Luna Snow. If there was any tips or tricks that I mistakenly left out of this video, then please share them down below in the comment section. Let's see what y'all can come up with. But if you found any value at all in this video, then please help us send those positive signals to the YouTube gods by smashing a like and also leaving a comment on the video. I would really appreciate it, and it will definitely encourage me to keep uploading more breakdowns for these Marvel Rivals heroes. Now, if you haven't seen our last guide where we broke down Cloak and Dagger's kit, then please make sure to watch that absolute banger of a video next, because the tips in this video are actually game changing. But I just want to thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in this video next.